So, part two of Rorschach's Sunday journal. It's the day after the full moon. I'm pissy because my conjure went wrong, and I'm starting to really see why. And I'm tired of looking like Charles Manson. There, I said it. Fuck, Lord. I've noticed there's quite a few homeless people that start to look like Charles Manson after a while, and it's not fair. Because God doesn't give a fuck, dude. God is such a callous asshole. There, I said it. God is a callous asshole. And he doesn't give a fuck. There's no one to say to him, what are you doing? So it's less about him feeling guilty and more about him, he's just become such a callous prick. He doesn't care how much you're hurting or how much pain you're in. From point A to point B, if there's broken glass and charcoal and hot coals in the way, God doesn't give a fuck. He's going to drag you through that hot coals and broken glass and not even realize you're getting hurt in the process of being dragged from point A to point B. That's God. He doesn't give a fuck. Something I've got to put up with. But what I don't have to put up with is the shit from people, and I'm really getting tired of it. To describe to maybe Delta, you guys know who you are. Nobody else knows who Delta is, though. To describe to Delta just how pissed off I'm getting, it's almost like, me, the albino fire tiger, kind of challenged the Illuminati, in a weird way, to a bit of a showdown. Battle of wits, a battle of muscle, a battle of swordsmanship, you name it. I'd fight the Illuminati. And just like with Bruce Lee, they couldn't come up with an equal for me. So somebody started lying. Okay? And if you will, out of nowhere, this second tiger showed up on stage and was thumbing their nose at me, but refusing to fight me. Refusing. No matter what I did, left or right, no matter how many times I went to jail for beating up crackheads, no matter how many times I sat in the middle of that riverbed with nothing but a stick, drawing a line in the sand, putting it on YouTube, putting it on GoPro, putting it on Twitter, putting it on Facebook, putting it on Instagram. Fuck, if I could remember my MySpace password, I would have started putting it on MySpace. I made it as transparent and public as possible. And I don't know, dude, it was like somewhere around the third or fourth act of this swine charade, this merry-go-round with a bunch of tweakers lying constantly. It's like somebody finally got curious and started scratching their head, and between the fourth and fifth act, went running into the changing room and found that the swine really were just a bunch of tweaking goblins dressing up as a tiger. And even after they were found out, it was like whoever caught them just grinned from ear to ear and instantly wanted in on the show. And since then, everybody. So now, no matter what I do, after 4 years, going on 5 years of this worthless bullshit happening, it's still going on. It's somebody like Brad Pitt with a bunch of dudes from Hollywood, in tandem with a bunch of tweakers, are trying to make it seem like I'm too stupid to be able to go to the store and get a gallon of water. And all this really cool metaphysical conjuring hurricanes, conjuring tornadoes, conjuring earthquakes, being able to show up to paradise spots like this. It's like everything that I do. They sit back at 300 yards, staring at a cell phone screen, going, see? Look at what we can make them do, see? But they have to wait for me to do something. They can never walk up to me and make me do something. It was like for the full-on week and a half that I was just up and disappeared, they couldn't tell anybody where I was, where I went, why. It wasn't until I started posting online that they all of a sudden showed up to Goleta and went, see, we made him come here, see? But that's part of it, you know? It's like everybody knows it's a pathetic charade, but they're going along with it anyway. It's like they popped their head into the changing room and found these tweakers and pathetic IQ-less jackasses stepping into their costumes with stupid insecure grins on their faces. And just went, oh, so that is what's going on. Oh, it's cool. We'll lie for you. So now it's like 95% of people out there just lie through their teeth about any little thing about me they can. But where I'm getting pissy was last night with a full smorgasbord, everything set up, all the lenses in a row, full moon, planetary alignment, deserted area, minimal people. And right at the last second, Tundra was called off because God has a problem with somebody pretending that they can make me do it. Some pathetic, worthless, coward worm of a human being staring at a cell phone monitor with all these people that have been trying to get to say hello to me won't stop listening to this tweaking goblin individual and just walk up and say hello to me. These worthless worm cowards are sitting there making everybody believe that they can make me do all of this metaphysical rain down meteors from the sky and shit. You worthless drug addicts like Angelina Jolie are just dodo-eyed